So Sally, how was your day-to-day life and general health before finding Blushield?
My life before Blushield was a mess, quite frankly. On a day-to-day basis, I would be struggling with EMF. I have struggled with EMF for a couple of decades. I'm what they call electro-hypersensitive. So I actually feel the frequencies, and it's been really debilitating for me personally. I would have headaches and just incredible jaw and shoulder and neck pain, and just anxiety in the pit of my stomach that just wouldn't go away. It was just like a ball in the pit of my stomach that was just there constantly. And I'm a pretty kind person, but I also found that because I couldn't cope with life, because I just was feeling so unwell, my temper became explosive, and I just felt like I just couldn't cope in the day-to-day world. I couldn't go to shopping centres. I had to stop driving my car at times, and even driving in the car, I'd have to slap myself constantly on the face just to stay awake. And if I had to use sat-nav to get me somewhere, then that would just make me feel really, really unwell, and my heart would be, having palpitations, and I'd be dizzy, and it was just a mess. So.
What types of products did you try to alleviate your symptoms and regain your health?
I've tried so many different devices and products and filters and things over the years, and to be honest, I did have some degree of relief that I felt, but it was like, it might have addressed one part of the problem, but then I'd be cooking underneath the fluorescent lights, and I couldn't cope with that. So, it was like I felt like the rate of technology was increasing so dramatically that the forms of protection I was trying to use just weren't adequate. They just weren't keeping up. So I actually left Brisbane and moved down to a remote location in northern New South Wales to try and escape it all. But as life does, it throws you a curveball, and my relationship broke down and my son got sick, and I had to move back, to my family for support. So I was really, really struggling being in that environment again.
So can you run us through a typical day as someone that is, electro-hypersensitive or EHS?
So day to day, I would drag myself out of bed and get my little boy off to school, and to be quite honest, a lot of the time we were late because I was just absolutely exhausted. I just couldn't get out of bed. And then I'd get home, and I'd get maybe half an hour of work done in front of the computer, or maybe one mobile phone call, and then I was just absolutely tapped. I just had nothing left in the tank, and I would have to go to bed and sleep all day and literally set the alarm in the afternoon to pick my little boy up from school. And so when you're EHS and really struggling like that, if you lose your health, you can't work anymore. You've got no quality of life. It's a really scary place to be.
So Sally, how did you actually come across Blushield?
I came across Blushield on the internet. I was just doing lots of research trying to find something to help. And I came across Donna Fisher's website. And incidentally, I'd met Donna 12 months previously at a medical conference and saw her books there on dirty electricity. And I just felt like, wow, this lady really knows what she's talking about. And if you were recommending Blushield, then okay, I actually got really excited because he's my next thing. I'm keen to try it. And I remember I called Donna, and it was before a long weekend, and I said, Donna, can I please meet you? I don't even want to wait till Monday, I want it now.
Okay.
And I'm just so grateful, because literally as soon as I plugged it in, it was like my shoulders lowered and I could feel myself breathing deeper. And it was just like, inwardly my body was saying, thank goodness I've found you again. It's like, where have you been? It was almost like this missing link that, just all came together. So I did go through a little bit of a detox, and I'd been through detoxes before, so I wasn't concerned about it. I knew that it was a good thing ultimately. And with that, I found that I was a little bit more tired than usual. and I felt like I was getting a cold, but it never really actually went on to become a cold. It was just the symptoms, and then I had a few headaches and a few aches and pains and things like that. But I just allowed myself to rest because I just saw it as a really good thing. I thought, wow, this is really working, and when I'm through the other side, I'm going to feel fantastic, and that's what happened. So you know, I will say that being EHS, yes, I did feel it instantly. Not everybody does, but that's, you know, just part of my experience.
So Sally, how long have you been using Blushield now?
So it's been 5 years now since I started using Blushield, and I've got to say I've got my life back. You know, I'm working full time. I can go into shopping centres. I can drive my car happily. I love my auto, to be honest. Yeah, I'm no longer slapping myself in the face, and you know, I don't have headaches, and my jaw tension and everything has gone. I've noticed also that my son is not having as many meltdowns as he was, and yeah, it's just a happier family, and you know, it's just so simple. All you have to do is literally plug it into the wall, turn it on, and walk away, and the whole family benefits. So whoever's in the house is covered. And compared to some of the things that you do for your health, it's just so easy. So I'm very, very grateful.
So what Blushield products do you use, and how do you use them?
I use basically all the Blushield products. I've got a cube in my home, the large area cube. And then I've got the portable that I take with me everywhere I go. So I just pop it in my handbag, and you know, so it's literally as soon as I leave the house, it's with me. Or if I'm exercising, I just put the portable in my pocket, and away we go. The auto I love. It's, you know, it's made a real difference to my driving and my comfort levels in the car, and I'm just not as tired. I can drive for a longer distance. So.
So Sally, what would you say to anyone contemplating in trying to use Blushield?
I actually found the technology online before I went ahead to purchase it, and I was a little bit shy, you know, about spending more money because I'd tried so many things and spent so much money, and because it's such new technology, I couldn't understand how it worked. I just couldn't get my head around it, so I waited. But now I would just encourage everybody to go for it. You've got nothing to lose. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Right.
So, you know, go for it.